What is going on, Shedheads? Welcome back. It is Friday. I gotta say, I missed you guys, and I'm also excited for tonight's episode because it is a Shedhead session slash Shed slash Steel Valley recap from the April 24 meetup. So if you just so happen to make it out there, we're looking for a couple of you guys to come and join us tonight. Talk about the meetup, talk about, the experience and how things went, all the fun stuff that went down, all that good stuff. And of course, we'll get into things as we normally do as far as games and the such as. So with that being said, we'll start off with maybe what the four of us are vaping on at the moment. So with that being said, let's start off with, I want to hear what Chris is vaping on right now. Just curious to see if he switched things up since the weekend.
I'm ready. So one thing I haven't switched up, and the other thing I haven't really switched up either, actually, but I think the liquids are switched up. So shout out to Gooser, because she bought me this when I was there, because I kind of was like wishy-washy, and I was like, I shouldn't spend the money, but she spent the money, so thank you very much. I got the Odin Mini, I think it's called, or Odin 100.
Odin 100, I think.
And it's in like that nice shiny vibe. And on top, I have the Hermetic RDA that was the RDA that Will put up for us to build for the build off, which I successfully finished in last place, but I did it in 3 minutes and 3 seconds. So it was like almost respectable, but not entirely, because I did finish in last place. But it's vaping super good. Do you remember what the coils were, James, that we got given?
They were AJ Holland's.
AJ Holland's.
Triple
Oh yeah,
26.
yeah. And it's vaping good. I was saying to the gents before that, like, I think the next time I might put a little bit higher resistance because I have to run it pretty high, and it's being single, battery. I seem to change it a little bit more than like maybe I'd like, but it's really not that bad. The liquid that I got in there is some Baked the strawberry caramel cream. Yeah, that's what it is. This was one of the ones that I got from the Conga line. It's a fine liquid. Like that's really how I'll put it. But switching out of the fine liquids, I'm gonna start with the liquid first, and then I'll go with the setup. So the liquid, I picked up 6 bottles when I was at Will's. This is a good old blast off from OPMH. You guys know that James and I love this, and we almost completely bought Will out of stock. I did buy 6. I did not feel guilty one bit about buying 6. I felt really good because I fucking love it. And then the mod that I'm using is actually it's a broadside Admiral with the Culverin in like full hybrid mode. I obviously, now looking at it, it looks like I need to polish the cap a little bit more because it's all white brass. The coils that I have in here are
Drip Theory.
Yeah, they are Drip Theory. I was like, in my head, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that this is the one
Triple
that I built.
26s, I believe, right? He just got his regular 26 gauge aliens.
I think so. It's a 0.11.
Yeah.
In this RDA. And honestly, that's vaping super good. Like, I can't complain at all. They're super clean coils. And I just rewicked it right now and still looking brand new, baby. And that's really all that I'm going to be vaping. So I'll throw it to Sean.
Sick. I mean, I'm keeping it super simple as always. It's the Vaporesso Gen 200 with the Cosmonaut V2 still on top, still with those Drip Theory triple 26s inside. Put the Platinum Balls chop top on there just to change it up a little bit. Just enjoying it, enjoying it. And I'm also enjoying a little bit of that deep cut Psycho Cruller because it's fantastic. And interestingly, I don't think I ever vaped this liquid on this Addy until this very point in time. And it's interesting how much doughier this tastes now on this Addy compared to like some of the other Addies I vaped it on where I got more like the caramel notes and stuff. So I'm enjoying the change of pace in the just the whole profile itself. So that's what I'm dealing with. So over to you, James.
All right. Well, I'll start off with this guy. Um, got picked up another legal RDA while I was out at Still Valley Vapors because I got a secret special liquid to vape while I was out there, and I needed an RDA to vape it in, and why not buy another legal or now known as the Zoo RDA? Of course, I had to get myself a nice black one. Got just a stock tip on there for right now, just because this is uh, what I was vaping on while I was out there. Haven't really broke anything down yet. Got on top of the Vert V2. Got some Drip Theory quad core aliens on the inside of these, so a little 4-core action for your boy, coming out to about a .1. And I gotta say, I'm really enjoying this setup, not only because the coils, the RDA, the mod, but this secret special sauce that I got going on the inside of this is, well, let's just say that the bottle barely made it back from Steel Valley, and I'm really, really enjoying it and really excited about possibilities with it. We'll talk more about that as things, work their way out. But that's my first thing. And then second thing, picked up another new RDA while I was out there. This is the Bonza Pro from, of course, the Vape and Bogan and Thundercloud. I just have the stock drip tip on there because I actually enjoy it because it's kind of like this super wide, like low chop top but situation, but it's got like this weird like bowl indent situation in there. I don't know why, but I just really like it. I'm enjoying the shit out of it, so it's just been staying on there. This has also got a set of those 4-core aliens from Drip Theory. I like this set so much in my legal, I had to get another set to put inside here, and then I also ended up getting a set in the bag of coils that we got from him, I believe. So pretty stoked. 3 sets of some 4-cores. Your boy's pretty happy. And of course, if I'm trying out a new RDA, I got to put a liquid in it that I know that I love. So it's got some Homeboy Mango on the inside. And I gotta say, I also tried out some new cotton. I tried out the Blaze. Let me see where it's at. The Blaze cotton from Thundercloud, and I think obviously Mike Vapes would probably have some part of this because it's got the Blaze name on there. Not too shabby. I'm not upset with it. One thing I'll say is this is definitely like 2.5 millimeter diameter. It's like perfect, especially for like these quad cores. And one thing I don't like about it is it's just one strip just continuously in there. So if you pull it out, you have to like search for the end. Otherwise, you're just pulling the entire bag of cotton out in just one fucking roll.
Oh, it's like platinum wicks.
Yeah. But not too shabby. It's vaping pretty nice. I don't have any complaints. Flavor's pretty solid on it. Breaking time wasn't too bad. I'm gonna try it out a couple more times, a couple more builds, before I give Will my full opinion. But so far, I'm not mad at it. I'm not hating the vape experience off of it, but not too shabby. And then what else do I got? I think that might be it. I think that's all I've got set up at the moment that I am currently vaping on. But yeah, loving it. Good stuff. Is there anything that we need to let them know about that's happening over in that other place, Sean, that we do on the things with the people and the stuffs?
You know, I'm glad you bring that up because this is a great episode to say that there won't be a podcast episode this coming week because of the Steel Valley meetup. And we just had to take a quick break from the recording there as well. So um You're gonna have to go peep an old episode. Our patrons will get the next episode that they're due coming up soon for their early access. So if you want to get early access to these episodes, definitely hop in the Patreon over at ShedTimePodcast.com. You can find links there. But yeah, otherwise, if you're new to the Shed Time Podcast, it's everywhere podcasts are found. And of course, you can also listen at ShedTimePodcast.com.
Damn right. And that's what's new in the shed. See how we did that? We did it backwards on you guys. We gave you the bumper
Yeah.
afterwards. We got to switch
Boom,
things up.
boom.
Keep you guys on your toes. You know what I mean? Like I changed up my thumbnail, whatever you want to call it. It's just not the average thumbnail that you get from me here. A lot of the times I tend to reuse them quite a bit, which is not really helping us out in the algorithms, believe it or not. But I decided to change things up this week, do something a little different. But I will say, if you guys did make it out to the meetup, this Shedhead session's kind of like geared towards the Steel Valley meetup. So we're really looking for maybe a couple people that were able to make it out to the meetup to come join us on the panel to talk about the show, talk about their time, all that good stuff. And then we'll just get into the normal shenanigans as the night progresses. So with that, I have sent out a couple links already. So if you did send a link in, check your inbox. There is a link waiting for you. All you gotta do is click it, join it, pop on, hang out, and we'll get the show on the road. One thing I'll say, first and foremost, huge shout out goes out to Will, aka the Punk Rock Silver Fox, over at Still Valley Vapors. He's done this, quite a few times now. I feel like this is probably like the 6th or 7th one that he's done since I've known him. Because we've ended up doubling up on them. It started off with a one-time thing, then now it's like twice a year. And they're always a blast, man. Always good times, good vibes, good people. You know what I mean? We have
Good food.
good food.
Yeah.
Just great conversations with people as the weekend goes, because a lot of us tend to come in not only just for the one day, but we end to kind of try to come out for a couple days, to where one day we'll go out, and tradition, the Friday beforehand we'll go out and grab some Mexican food. Saturday after the meetup we go Basil's, you know what I mean. Sunday we kind of do like a breakfast hang thing. It's kind of been like a thing where we tend to go try to find something to do outside of the meetup as well as the meetup, just to kind of make it a little bit more fun. And it always works out. It's always a great time. We've always tend to have some of the same people come out, and then always one or two new people show up each time, and it's always a blast. And speak of the devil, and he shall appear. We're just giving you some shout out and some love, Will, for putting on another epic meetup. All of us had a great time, dude.
I'm not the one. I just supply the space. All of you, all you guys are the ones who make it fucking epic. 100 fucking percent.
Well,
I just supply the space.
We greatly appreciate it, man, because it's definitely a lot of fun just to hang out and shoot the shit with the group that we always see. Whether it's here in the live chats or it's hanging out in Discord. A lot of us, we're spread out across the United States, or even across the world. So having an opportunity once or twice a year for us to kind of get together, hang out, shoot the shit, and just spend some time with some friends that we don't get to see very often is always a good time, dude. So thank you for allowing us the space to do so. You know what I mean?
Oh, not a problem, man. With the death of conventions and everything, that was everybody's meetup. That was everyone's get together. And with the death of that, like, something had to be done, man. Something had to be done. Like, we needed something to do, so it just made sense,
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. Let me just see what's going on here. Oh, we're just waiting for Ryan to turn his camera on. He should be good. But I think everybody's clear from the waiting room. We got Duchess here. He was able to make it out for the meetup from New York, all the way out from Buffalo. It was good seeing you out there, dude. Took part in the build offs, took part in the cloud comps. Always awesome just to have everybody come out, show out. You know what I mean? Just waiting for Ryan here. I'm wondering what sort of technical difficulties he may be having.
Love that mute button. Love it.
Right.
It takes his
Let me see.
camera a second sometimes, but he's coming.
Well, first, Ryan, if you can hear us, you got to leave Discord.
Oh yeah, that's probably what it is.
And if you leave Discord, it should allow you to use your camera in here. Because your camera is on in Discord. I'm not sure you can hear me, but
Here, actually, I might be able to fix that problem.
what do you do? You want me to just? I can kick him out.
Yeah.
Boop.
If I click disconnect, it's just gonna take him out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You should be able to turn your camera and your audio on now, Ryan, hopefully. Unless his Zoom settings are screwed up, which hopefully they're not. I can't really walk
Hopefully
him
they're
through that
not.
here on my side.
Yeah. But if you guys would like to know what I'm vaping on while
Yeah,
we're waiting
let's-
on Ryan,
Yeah, why not?
Definitely, dude.
yeah, kill a little bit of time. It's quick and simple tonight. The old RCM custom katana, customized by Palmer's Powder with as always, the faithful Axial Pro sitting on top there. I got some Twisted Timmy's. They're a Nunya owned. And of course, I got some ever so glorious Ball of Violence vanilla in the Easy Dripper that on the way to the hockey game, I proved to Chris driving down the highway while he was back behind me in his car how easy it is driving down the road to drip with an Easy Dripper with perfect distribution.
Yeah, you proved that real good for sure. I agree.
I just wanted to make sure that you could see it while we were driving down the road.
I mean, I could have done the same, to be fair, but I didn't. So you got me there. Duchess, how about you? You might as well tell us while we're figuring
Yeah.
out Ryan stuff. You gotta unmute
You gotta
yourself.
unmute, Duchess. You pulled a well.
I did pull a wheel. My bad. I didn't even realize I was muted. I haven't been in Zoom in a minute. Mine's real simple. I've got the Dapo Tribute with the Jaka RTA on top. On the inside, I've got some Whitney cream cake. Something I've been working on. I know Frames got to try that while we were there. And then something special that I ended up receiving while I was there, and shout out to all the Stooges and the Shedheads and just the community in general. But the Cathyla with the unholy recoil on top, and on the inside, I've got my strawberry shortcake. That's it.
Very nice. So hopefully Ryan gets this figured out. I just sent him a
Yeah.
text, so I'm just if it's giving him issues to back out and try to join back in and see if that works for him. In the meantime, let me see what's going on out here in chat. Ern says he got some Dragon Shake in the Vortex 30, first time trying it, and it's a banger. Yeah, dude. You know who else just tried something this past weekend that I was honestly surprised? Shout outs to Lunchbox, but he finally got on the mango train, and he literally just commented on the cloud check today, mango with the drooly face. So let's just say I think he's digging it, which is always a good thing. Anybody else vaping on anything interesting out there? We always curious to hear. It sounds like Gooster says nice toasted on the front porch. Hell yeah, good way to start the episode. You know what I mean? I'm not complaining. Oh, Saw Breeze Tones. What's up, my dude? Ryan, you're gonna have to. Oh wait, that wasn't Ryan. I thought
That was me. I
Okay.
just pulled up the chat. That's my bad.
Gotcha. What up, Drip Theory? Just speaking of Drip Theory, shout outs to
There
Drip
he
Theory, man.
is.
He was
There it
actually
is. Shout
able to
out.
make
For
it
real.
out to this past meetup. It was absolute pleasure getting to meet you, man, putting a face to the name, getting to know the guy behind these awesome coils. Dude, absolute pleasure getting to meet you, hang out, bro. You're fucking good time to hang out with, man. And you make some beastie coils, bro. Some beastie coils.
Motion detected at Cobra Cabana.
Ern says Grim sent me a Adel X series mech by Rock Vape, Russia, and
Hell
Black.
yeah.
Dude, those Rock Vape makes some crazy looking mechs, dude. They're
Yeah,
just
they do.
way above my price point, to purchase for sure. For sure, man. It was awesome meeting. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Can't wait for the next one, bro. Hopefully you'll be able to make it out for that one too. It was awesome getting to meet you, dude. Good hang. Drip Theory's a good hang, dude. You know what I
For
mean?
real.
Not only does he make some good goils, but he's good hang. Not afraid to bust some balls, which I like. Oh, we had someone there for a second, and then his camera went away. Ryan, if you're there, just go ahead and click that camera button. Huh.
It's trying.
The hell?
Well,
What-
we can hear you.
What you
That's
might
cool.
need to do is go into the little arrow next to the camera
Yeah.
and make sure that you're set on the right camera, because it may just be set to the wrong one, and that might be why it's not working.
Oh yeah. Well,
All right.
no, open more. Electric. Interesting. What in the heck is going on?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really know how to help because I can't see what's going on your side.
Please select one. It won't let me select any other camera.
So, but it does have one selected, Ryan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's weird. What
Yeah,
the
That's
hell?
really weird.
that I don't know, man. That doesn't make sense. It should be working.
Yeah.
Oh, what up, Phil? Shout outs to Phil as well, holding down the fort at Still Valley while we're doing all our running around and whatnot.
For real.
Hell
Shout out
yeah.
to him.
Oh, finally got
Love
your
the
MRI on your knee, Drip Theory. Hopefully good news, bro. Hopefully nothing too drastic, too bad, too, intense. Oops. I went and turned my camera off trying to look. I'm looking through settings here trying to help Ryan out.
I'm doing the
shit.
same thing. I'm like, what could possibly prevent it? Like, I don't see anything in settings that would have prevented it.
No. Made sure my camera was off in Discord.
Yeah, we actually kicked you out. We kicked you
Yeah.
out of the room, so it would help. And you said you won't let you select any other camera, huh?
No.
Hmm.
What if can you click it and click off of it and see if that does anything?
Do that.
Like, I don't know, just like click the one that's checked and just double check to make sure. I don't know, dude. I'm throwing stuff at the wall here, bro. I really don't know how to help you without
Yeah,
being
because
there.
sometimes my camera will do that too. Like
it
it'll.
did. My Zoom did need an update, so what I should probably do is just go and reboot my shit.
Might not
See
be
if
a
that
bad
works.
idea. You could try it out.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
All right, man. We'll be here.
All right.
In the meantime, we can kind of talk about just a little bit of our how our weekend went. So, why don't we start off with
Recap
you,
for the
Duchess?
people.
Give us a little recap of what you thought of the meetup and how things went for you, man.
Honestly, I thought everything went really well. I mean, every single time that I come down to Steel Valley, it's always a banger of a time. Will's always such a great host and uh, always has like a multitude of things for us to do. And, um, we always have like such a great time, like just being at the shop and hanging out and, uh, you know, bringing everyone together from literally around the entire country. So.
Was there like one moment that
I
really
was
stuck out to you?
just about to ask that question. What was like the
Uh,
big moment for you?
Big moment for me was when Will locked me in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, dude. I totally forgot about that because Will recently had his basement remodeled and gotten some nice drywall, drop ceilings, insulation, the such as. And then when they went to go put his door on his like laundry room slash bathroom in the basement, they put it on backwards to where the lock was on the outside.
Yeah.
So of course, first thing Dutch just goes in there, and as soon as he walks in, Will just goes click.
Click.
And I was
Yeah,
getting
there was
ready to.
nothing I could do about it because I was already like, you know,
You're already in there.
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I was
I
already
mean,
like junk out in the middle of taking a piss and I just hear the door go click and I was like, God damn it, that motherfucker.
And I don't know how long he was in there because all of a sudden I go to walk up and open the door. As soon as I reach for the handle, they're like, "Oh, the door's locked. Duchess is in there." I'm like, "What do you mean it's locked?" And Will's like, "Oh, the door's backwards." I'm like, "Oh." So I just kind of sat there for a second and waited to see if I heard a jiggle on the door handle or anything. Dude, he sat back there quiet. He didn't say shit, dude. And all of a sudden,
Yeah, dude,
I just went and just gave
He
it a
was
little,
messaging
just
me.
enough of a turn to pop the lock. And as soon as he heard the lock pop, he fucking comes out. He's like, "All right, asshole."
Yeah, I
Yeah, he
sent
was sending me
Will I
messages
sent Will
trying
a
to call
fucking
me.
text message and was like, bro, you're such a fucking dickhead, dude. Unlock the goddamn door. And then I guess he just like didn't hear his phone go off or something, but
He
I had
messaged me
my
again. You were
I had
like,
my
"Fine,
vape,
I'll just
I had
hang
my
out in the
phone.
bathroom all night."
Look, I had my phone, I had my vape, it didn't really matter. So I just hung out on top of the fucking on the washer and just waited. It was like 20
Yeah,
minutes.
I actually forgot that I locked you in there.
I don't know how long you
I
were in there,
totally
bro.
forgot. Totally
Yeah, it was like
forgot.
20 minutes.
Oh shit.
I went and started throwing darts.
Oh, so
I
you've been
know.
in there for a minute, bro. Holy
He was in
fuck.
there for
Yeah.
a while.
I didn't know that. Cause dude, by the time I got there, I didn't hear any noise or anything, so I didn't think anybody was in there.
Yeah.
Sorry for locking in there for so long.
It was kind of the funniest thing in the whole world. He was like, I've been waiting for someone to go in there, and you were kind of the perfect target.
But you just happened to be the first person to walk in there. Like the very first. And I was just looked over at Lee. I was like, "You want to have some fun?" He's like, "What?" And I just went, click.
like,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, let's have some fun.
Who doesn't want to have some fun, right? That's why we all go to these things.
Hey, making
Yeah.
memories, one person at a time.
Oh, hold on, I got sidetracked right here. Mallory says she's got 2 mango recipes right now, or recipes that have mango. What? Speaking my language there, Mallory. Oh yeah, she says she wants to get them mixed up and try them before the Republic comes out, or before I make them for the public. Sorry, I thought she said the Republic. That's on my mind because I seen it posted today. If you guys didn't know, Graham and Vapors Cloud are dropping a new dual battery squonk mod called the Republic. It's kind of the answer to the single battery Empire. Thought that was kind of cool. Empire, Republic.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my
That is
hands
actually
on
kind
them.
of cool.
Pretty dope. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of a bummer, Gooser. She said, "I'm sad I have to wait so long for another epic weekend again. I appreciate how kind everyone was. We appreciate just how cool of a hang you were. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
for
You
real.
just melded into the group like you've been there before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shout outs
Like
to
you've
you.
been there since day one.
And it was absolutely a pleasure finally getting to meet you as well, Gooser. It was awesome getting to hang out with you, chat, shoot the shit, roll some boobs for you. The whole thing, get to indulge in the shed time it was just good times all around for sure. But yeah, I agree. It is kind of sad, but the cool thing is if you really wanted to, there is a Steel Valley Vapors Discord that we hang out in practically every day. So if you really want to, you could come hang out. Or you could always just pull up a chair next to Chris when he's hanging out and just chat with us, you know what I mean?
He goes to bed early though.
Just saying. Just saying.
But it is an option.
You know what I mean? Tell Chris to jump in here earlier.
There is room.
You know, there is that too. But with that being said, we'll wait a few more minutes to see if Ryan comes in. We can chat about a couple other things. 'Cause one thing I thought was pretty sick too is because if you guys didn't know, one thing that we did on the Sunday after the meetup is a couple of whoever was there. I think there's about 8 of us that ended up going. We went to a Wheelings Nailers hockey game, which if you guys didn't know, Will over at Steel Valley Vapors is a sponsor of the Wheeling Nailers. So it was like fan appreciation day. We had like a whole little section to ourselves, indulged in all of the concessions, you know, soft pretzels, ice creams, all those things. But one thing that I thought was pretty cool is obviously with Will being, you know, part of the organization, being like a sponsor and stuff like that, he finagled his way into getting us a chance to actually walk out on the ice and take a picture next to his logo out on the rink, which I thought was pretty slick. So yeah, you got the old Wheeling Nailers, and on the other side, Steel Valley Vapors, baby. But yeah, it was pretty epic. Like Will pulling some strings, getting us out there on the ice, taking a picture. And one thing I thought was kind of like a happy coincidence is I didn't realize it until like I got down there that I also had the newest Steel Valley Vapors t-shirt on underneath my flannel.
This one?
No, oh well, not that
the
one.
other one.
The other one.
Okay.
The punk lady design.
Like the batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had that shirt on under my flannel, so I popped the flannel, make sure I was showing off the shirt, so hopefully we could see it in the picture whenever those end up coming through. But
Yeah,
that
you get that
was one
soon.
thing that I thought was pretty sick. Is getting out there on the ice, literally like as they just finished doing the 3 stars. So like there was even like players on the ice still as we were walking out on there. So that was kind of sick.
Oh, dude, everybody was in the stands and everything.
Yeah, like the game literally had just ended.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. Oh, shout outs to Paul Cole. Paul Cole was able to make it out there and blessed us with 6 dozen Krispy Kreme donuts like
All
a
the
fucking
donuts,
madman.
As if we didn't have enough sugar already.
I know, from all the Canadian snacks and stuff that were there
Oh
as
my
well.
God.
I will say though, I think the donuts were a hit because everybody kept coming back to the table and just opening up
yeah.
a box and grabbing a donut here and there throughout the meetup. And I think they actually continued to get eaten throughout the weekend too.
They did.
Definitely.
Because I know I for sure had one on Monday while we're hanging out at the shop.
Oh, and
Plus-
on the note of the Canadian stacks, dude, I was pretty upset. Liz was pretty pissed that we left the fucking container because that's what we use for shopping.
Yeah, dude, the basket.
Yeah.
I was
it's-
wondering. I saw it on the
that's gonna
table
be a
like
little
the day
difficult
after
to
you guys
ship.
left, and I was like, I can't
Yeah.
believe they left that, dude. I'm like, that would probably come pretty handy.
No, dude, like, you have to buy them. They're like $12-15 or some shit.
Yeah,
I was like, God damn it.
that's why I thought it
It's
was
gonna be
kind of
waiting
crazy
on
that you
whenever
left
come
it.
back.
Yeah. We'll get it next April.
Yeah. It's not going anywhere. It's safe.
Yeah, Lunchbox said he had like 5 donuts.
Dude, those fucking Fruity Pebble donuts.
Were they good? I didn't end up getting one.
They were pretty fucking good. It was like a Fruity Pebbles glaze.
Yeah, because I think what it was is they just crushed up Fruity Pebbles and then just like put it into the glaze, and then just glazed the donut.
They
with
like
it.
crushed it up like into like a fine powder.
Yeah, because you couldn't tell that it was Fruity Pebbles.
It wasn't
except for
like
they were
huge
like
chunks.
they were just
yeah.
kind of pink.
Yeah. Like little faint, it was more pink, but little faint tips of blue here and there throughout it.
Fox approves of the Fruity Pebble one.
Oh, and also speaking of Lunchbox, shout outs to Lunchbox, man.
Yeah,
he is a
absolutely.
fucking trooper, man. Because not only does he have he does a long ass drive. And luckily this time he decided to stay throughout the weekend, which is pretty sick. But
Yeah, dude.
the boy decided to stick with the big guns when it came to the shed time and tried to hang one night. And let's just say He hung for a while.
Until
Ended
he
up
didn't.
finding himself in a little bit of a cush nap, and then he did what
And then he greened out.
he greened out pretty
Just
much.
call it spit a spit.
But
He
how
greened out.
how it all ensued was hilarious. I hope you don't mind us talking about this lunchbox. I hope it's not.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just it just cracks me up, bro. Because literally, as the night's gone, I'm telling him just take it easy, take it slow. You know, if you're feeling like you're getting to a point, just chill out, drink some water. You know what I mean? I don't have to get crazy. But apparently, at one point, he's sitting there next to Lee on the futon, head back, just passed out snoring, right? And then Lee says all of a sudden he just sits up and his head just pops up super quick. And Will just says, "Everybody move!" And just starts parting the Red Seas of the basement and just like ushering Lunchbox as fast as he could. Like Chris said, he'd never seen Will move so fast. Ushered him into the bathroom, literally shoved him in there without the lights even on, and shut the door and just let him have it. And apparently, as soon as he got in there, Lunchbox just let her rip. But I will say, kudos to you, my friend, for being able to make the majority of practically everything in the toilet with the lights off.
Dude, it was.
Yeah, dude.
I think him throwing that darts for a little bit fucking gave him the practice that he needed to fucking.
But he made it. But dude, the funniest part about it, bro, was I didn't know any of this was going on as it was happening. I just caught the aftermath, which is I came around the corner of Will's basement where he's got a wall and then the stairs, and then on the other side of the stairs is the door to the bathroom. And I literally look through the stairs, see Lunchbox. He literally goes, wipes his face. We lock eyes. He just kind of gets this weird grin. He's like, I feel like a new man. Dude, we all just started fucking laughing, bro. He fucking puked and was ready to rally, bro. He was ready to go, dude. But it was so funny because it also brings back memories of the first time we all got together at the Stooge house with the Jacoby and his green out situation. Yeah, boot and rally, bro. Boot and rally. But yeah, dude, he championed it, came back, hung out the rest of the fucking night like nothing happened, bro. Shout outs to you, my friend. Not everybody would be able to hang like that. A lot of people would have been like, no, I'm done, I'm out. But you took it like a fucking champion. So shout outs to you, broski.
Respect.
And I will say, I don't think it was that night. I think it was the night after that is when we were playing, or 2 nights after that when we played darts with him. Guy had never played darts before in his life. And then me and Ryan are just sitting there giving him little pointers as the night's going on. You know, Ryan's telling him about the different darts. They're trying out different flies and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, this motherfucker comes out of nowhere and starts hitting bullseyes, bro.
Right?
Like, what the like, he didn't do it just one time. Like, he did it like 2 or 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. And he ended up beating everybody.
Yeah. He won.
Which is kind of hilarious because Ryan's someone who's played darts quite a bit, you know, played in some tourneys back in the days and such as, and I'm someone who's fairly versed in darts. I've played quite a bit of darts over my years, and Will says he's played quite a bit of darts, but if you watched him play, you would think he didn't really know what he was doing because his throw style is definitely weird. An interesting sort of, it's like a weird sidearm lob fucking push. Like he pushes the darts at the dartboard like underhand. It's kind of weird, but hey, it works for him. But yeah, I think he honestly
rolled you all.
I think it was Ryan's pointers and the darts Ryan set him up with that really set him in, because Ryan was giving him some really good tips like as the night was going, and then all of a sudden you just started seeing his game literally progress as the game went. It was honestly a sight to see. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, he definitely came on strong, man.
So we already asked Duchess this, Ryan, but first off, we'll get your overall feel for the weekend, the meetup, and that sort of thing. And then after that, we want you to give us like one moment over the meetup weekend that stands out to you the most, that like you remember. So go ahead and give it to us, man. What was your overall feel, and then that one moment?
The feel was like I expected it to be. You know, it just felt right. You know, everybody finally got together again, you know, and all that, and had nothing but good times and laughs. So I would have to say the thing that stood out the most to me was when Duchess received a certain present
Oh yeah.
and was totally fucking flabbergasted about it. He didn't know. He was like, "What?" Like totally caught off guard.
Drip Theory says, in fairness, it's a plastic dartboard. You're not wrong, Drip Theory. You're not
And dude,
wrong.
all the darts are like, it's like bent like
You
this.
got to straighten them out before every throw. But yeah, Ryan, like that was definitely a cool moment because if you guys didn't know, if you've been around the green room or the vape stew, or you're a part of the vape stew community, we have this thing that we've done for a long time. I think I was one of the first people to actually receive what we started calling a stooge blessing, which is actually how my YouTube even started and how we even got here. So if it wasn't for the stooge blessings being a thing, the show wouldn't be a thing. So it's kind of cool that it's still something that kind of continues on. And shout outs to the Stooges for coming together and just doing that for certain people. And of course, one of the people in the community decided, hey, you know what, I want to do something cool for the group here. And Will does this thing at the end of every meetup. He calls it the conga line. It's honestly the best giveaway sort of situation you're going to get because you're going to walk away with a handful of some solid liquids and maybe coils and things because not only does Will hook us up, but also you get some amazing sponsors to sponsor the meetup and send some stuff to give away, and everybody get hooked up with a little something at the meetup. And the conga line just goes where we just walk literally single file, go by the counter, grab something off the counter, one thing at a time, and then usually somebody ends up at the end without getting something. So Will's kind of done this time before. Well, he'll kind of hold something special back for that one person that comes up at the end of the line and be like, all right, since you're the end of the line, you're going to get something pretty sweet. And this time around, I believe it's what he's vaping on at the moment.
Yeah.
Is that you're not going to be able to see it, but he got one of these guys, the raw stainless Cathyla Death Wish boxes, which I think's a pretty sweet fucking blessing,
yeah.
dude. So shout out to you, Duchess. And the one thing about these things too is when it comes to stooge blessings, it's like if it's something that you love, obviously you get to keep. But one of the rules about getting a stooge blessing is if you decide to part with it, it has to go to another person within the community. So it kind of also kind of keeps that paying it forward thing going. So hopefully you get a lot of love out of it, and if you ever decide to, maybe someone else could get some good love out of it. But either way, it's awesome to see that's still something that continues to happen. What about you, Chris? What was a standout moment for you over the weekend?
I know there's like a lot of like really fun moments, I guess. So I don't know if anything's like particularly stood out. I was like really happy seeing my friends. I was happy for my girlfriend to meet a lot of my friends and to have a good time. It was nice to just like get away for a bit. Um, it was nice like not thinking about what I was gonna make for dinner.
Yeah.
Like honestly, even like the simple things, it was nice. Um, I really enjoyed the hockey game like I did last year. Like I just love seeing live hockey and like
It was a good game too.
yeah, I mean
Oh, yeah. That was a real
it's
good game.
professional fucking hockey. You know what I'm saying? Like is it the NHL? No, it's like what people might do before they go to the NHL. So it's like really
It's the
quality
proving
hockey.
grounds, bro.
Yeah, and like I've
Exactly.
never seen the Wheeling Nailers lose yet. So that's
They
also
got a
pretty
squad.
cool.
Well, their coach just made history for getting the most wins.
In a
This
season
year.
or just in
Yeah,
overall?
most wins in a season.
Damn.
Oh, nice. And we were a part of one of those wins, so that's
Yes,
pretty
we
cool.
were.
I think that honestly, the standout thing for me overall is just the quality time with friends. Like I think that that's like what it always is for me, but like I think that that's what it is. Like I get to hang out with a lot of people online, but it's different when you're in person. And so just being together is good. The shed time was good. The Airbnb wasn't a disaster. Like, I think that overall the trip was just really good.
Yeah, I
Other than
think-
like a bit of a spicy drive at the very beginning. That was about it.
I feel like overall the weekend went over without any hiccups. Like everything moved smooth, nothing really bad. Like I don't think anything
Well,
negative
there was
really
one moment where there was potential for something really horrible to happen, but luckily I got us out of that situation because on the way to Basel Saturday night, I had Drip Theory and Lunchbox with me, and someone was driving in on our side of the road right at us head
Oh
on.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, no one even said anything about that, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought-
hashtag more
yeah.
seatbelt Drip Theory for sure, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. I put my seatbelt on right after that.
Well, one thing that I'll say that also stuck out for me too, bro, is obviously anytime we got to sit down and just break bread together and just have like a solid meal and, you know, have a brewski, or when we went to Mexican, had some margaritas, I ended up having 4. And let me tell you what, bro, they ain't your run of the mill margarita. They got a
Oh,
little
no, they're
extra
strong
tequila in them bad
margaritas.
boys, and they were delicious. Mango, of course.
Yeah, they're good. They're really
But yeah,
good.
dude, anytime we got like whether it was dinner, breakfast, you know, when we got to just sit down and just enjoy a meal together, chat, shoot the shit. Honestly, one of the things that like still cracks me up is when we went to breakfast at Cheryl's and we're all just sitting there chit chatting. How excited Sammy got about their damn coffee cups. Because their coffee cups were literally just advertisements for local
That's
businesses.
all they
So it
were,
was
dude.
literally like almost like a insert for like your like newspaper or whatever, which just got a bunch of just different advertisement for local companies. And he's sitting there, he's reading them off. He's like, well, what if you need this is, and he's so excited and so animated. And it's this really small restaurant. So everybody in the restaurant's hearing how excited he is about this coffee cup, dude. And I think at one point someone told him, like, dude,
Everybody.
you got to chill, bro. Like, relax. Like, we
That
get
was
you like
the
this.
funniest thing
But it was
ever.
so funny, dude. He was just so excited about the coffee cup. Honestly, Sammy Nitro was probably some of my favorite moments of the weekend because he was just letting loose, just being his goofy Sammy self. You know what I mean? Just getting to cruise around with him in his little car, bro, was just comedy. It's just comedy, bro. Like,
Dude, him trying to follow me up the
oh,
hill.
that was hilarious, bro. Because if anybody's been to Will's and you've been up this back road that he takes to his house, especially if you're coming from like Basil's or somewhere like from like the West Virginia area, there's this
That's the
crazy
hill, man.
windy back road, bro. And Sammy's car has like -2 horsepower, and it's manual, right? So like I'm like, dude, I think we're gonna might have a little struggle going up this thing, dude. And let me tell you what, this thing was struggle busting the whole way. We literally would have to. He had to drop it down into first gear to drive up and all the way around this fucking
Jesus
thing. Because
Christ.
if it's not even just the hill. It's just the crazy turns and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
you got that like crazy.
Oh, yeah, they're hairpin
at the
turns.
top.
And they're blind as shit, too.
Yeah.
The only saving grace is doing it at night because you can see when someone's coming. Other than that, in the
Yeah.
daytime, it's blind as fuck. Like, you
You
gotta
don't
take it
have
slow.
headlights, Will.
So you gotta do the honks on those hitchbacks, like because there's like 2 hitchbacks on that road. You just gotta be like the.
You want to take your RX on it, dude? It's sketch, bro.
Oh, it was a fucking ton of fun to drive. Don't get me wrong. Like, I had a blast driving it. But that is a
Dude.
fucking crazy road.
One thing I'll say too, shout outs to Ryan and John, because I took a little cruise with them on Monday after everybody pretty much left and I was one of the only people hanging around. And they just took me around, you know, just Ohio, took me down some of their old stomping grounds that they used to go and hang out in and shit like that. Took me to the probably one of the coolest hobby shops I've been in, which was literally like this like side like makeshift warehouse building attached to like the dude's house, and it was like fucking insane the amount of stuff they had in there, bro. Because like when first you walk in, it's just this big long hallway, right? And you think that's all there is, And then you get down to the end of the hallway, and then you turn the corner and turn the next corner, and then he's got all these like old retro like model kits and like newer model kits and all that stuff, where it almost looks like a museum with the amount of stuff and like how old some of the things looked. And then you go through this other doorway and around the corner, and then he's got all the different plastic bodies for all like the bigger trucks and stuff like that. And then behind that, behind the wall, is an entire indoor RC track. And I don't know how long we spent there. We probably spent about an hour or so just walking around, just dicking around, looking at shit, dude. And dude, they have this fucking rock crawler, bro. That is insane, dude. It's what scale was it? Like a 1/7 scale?
Yeah, it's 7th scale.
It's fucking huge, bro. But they literally have like a legitimate like Jeep Wrangler, like RC crawler with stainless steel fucking arms and full on fucking shocks and all this shit. Apparently the dude says these things are so powerful, people are riding around on them. They're fucking pulling vehicles and shit with them. That's how fucking crazy powerful these RC cars are.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But dude, they had all kinds of shit in there, dude. So much stuff, dude.
You can definitely get in trouble in that place.
Oh, for sure. And
I
dude,
almost did.
oh yeah, he was looking at something. Dude, we kept walking by, and he's like, "Man, I'm really thinking about that. Goddamn, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking." Oh, luckily, we ended up making it out there before he ended up biting the bullet.
We're unlucky we got out of there when we did, because I was gonna spend 400 on it.
Yeah, but I will say it was a deal on what he was getting, because he was getting something that was definitely easily $650
MSR on it.
and it was brand new,
brand new,
never even been driven, bro. The guy took it out of the box and then turned around and returned it. But anyways, they also had this sick dirt track outside too, bro. It was like a pretty decent sized one that you could tell that you can run your bigger RC, cars on and shit, dude. It was dope. And then they took me to their
designed for mainly 8 scale and bigger.
Then they took me to their shed time spot, boys. And let me tell you what, it's a pretty scenic little spot, dude. Right next to the fucking river. You got trees all around you. Nice and peaceful. Apparently it's on like some old Native American land. But dude, we went out there, just chilled, of course. Had a little shed time. Fucking did a little fucking hill climbing with the RC. Shot the shit. They were telling me about all the kind of crazy shit they used to do down there. You know what I mean? Showed me a little bit of their little fishing spots and stuff. Just took a little cruise. It was fun, dude. It was a good time. So shout out to you, Ryan, for showing me your old stomping grounds, man. It was fun.
No problem, dude. I was trying to think of something different that we could do, and like, hell, let's take a little ride and see what happens.
And it was cool just getting to just drive around and just see like the scenery, because it is complete contrast from where I'm at, just at the amount of green, trees, hills, like all that shit. It's kind of hilly and stuff out here, but it's just mainly dirt, a lot of brown. You know what I mean? Not a whole lot. There's some trees in like residential spaces, but like when you're just driving around, you're not seeing a lot of it, especially where I'm at. It's just desert. You could see that kind of stuff if you drive for a while and you get up to like mountains and stuff, but just seeing that's like everywhere, and seeing the difference in like just the construction of like the housing and just like the models of houses that were out there, because like we've talked about before, Ryan, like you said, your house is an old Sears catalog house. Why don't you order out of the old Sears catalog? And I could tell that you could see houses that you could tell like that was probably a catalog house. That was one that probably bought out of a catalog. And then you could also see some of these ones that are definitely more older, kind of Victorian era style houses. And then just all these different ones. And not only that, bro, but they're so thin as far as the house goes, but they're all tall. They're like 2-3 stories, but they're just like right on top of each other. But there's so much space in between each house compared to here. The houses are so spread out and flat, and they're right next to each other. You know what I mean? To where it's like, just seeing that contrast was pretty cool. Anywho, is there anything else from the weekend that we didn't touch on that anybody else wants to bring up before we move on?
Well, I was gonna say, when you mentioned Lunchbox's basement extravaganza, also shout out to Lunchbox for his lungs of steel, bro. Like taking fucking like 3 or 4 like blinkers off of a 50 milligram, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
yeah.
That guy
Back
went.
to back.
He
Back
kind
to
of got.
back.
He kind of got the
Raid.
shit end of the stick when it came to the high end cloud comp because he had to go back to back a few times because it just wasn't clear enough on who the winner was. But he persevered, man. Did
he
he end up?
almost
Yeah,
won.
he did.
No, I
Yeah.
won, but he almost won.
He did take second place in the the regular cloud comp, which of course, if you guys didn't know, your boy 2P did. I got 2
Yeah,
under my
he-
belt, bro.
He actually won the build off.
Yeah, that is true. He did win the build off
Yeah.
with a record setting time, ladies and gentlemen. Shout outs to Lunchbox. I don't know if he's done a build off before. He might have. I believe he had. But dude, 1 minute 57 seconds and like 20 something
killed it.
milliseconds, bro. Salt. I will also, full disclosure, it was a single coil atomizer, but I will
He still did
say
it faster
he
than
still
anybody
still
else.
blew everybody else out of the water.
It was like effortless.
Yeah, I think.
Like he
Yeah, it
didn't
didn't-
like he just went in. Everything just looked smooth how he worked.
Yeah, I think
Everything was
Ryan
just
came
like,
in second at
fuck,
like
dude.
2:23. So like he
Yeah.
had easily a 30-second lead on, Ryan. Which honestly, I feel like if Ryan didn't have a couple little fiddles, bro, he would have put down a sub 2 minute time too. He had a couple little
so too.
he had a couple little fiddle points where I was like, dang, dude, that's gonna eat up some time, but he still fucking put down a solid time regardless, bro.
If I would have cut my lead length before I tried to stick the fucking coil in it, that would have been the deal.
I think
breaker.
Chris-
You didn't learn
That
from
was
me.
the
I
deal
think
dude.
breaker.
Chris
said the
screwed.
same
I think
thing.
Chris screwed you up because Chris was the first person that did that, and you went in right after Chris, and I think you just followed his lead, bro.
Because like
And I
I
think it
felt
bit you in the
after
butt.
that cost me like 20 seconds.
Yeah, because you had to like adjust the leads because it was like shorting.
Mm-hmm.
But
And,
anywho,
again, shout out to Jimbo also.
yes,
Because every time we've done a build off, he's usually been first, and he fucking sets the pace every goddamn time.
I think he was like 2:30. He was only like 10
Yeah.
seconds behind Ryan.
Yeah.
we were real close on that.
But one thing I'll say about him, dude, is he keeps it calm, cool, and collected. You know
Yeah,
what I
right.
mean? Calm, cool, and collected, easy pace every
Yeah,
time.
he doesn't get flustered at all.
Mhm.
He's got a game plan when he goes in.
He's one of those
And he asks
those real quiet kind of guys that you got to kind of look out for, man, because he I feel like he's got a hidden competitiveness to him. Yeah, he's a sleeper,
he's a
bro.
sleeper.
Or he may not say much, but man, when it comes to a competition, bro, he gonna
He's
get your
gonna come
ass.
in and put it the fuck down.
Yeah.
Paul Cole says he'll be up there this coming week for Blaze RDA. Will,
Word. I got you, Paul.
which by the way, if you guys didn't know, Blaze and Bonza Pro Steel Valley Vapors. Just saying. But with that, I think it's time, guys. We did a lot of this over
Yes.
the weekend, but I feel like it's only right that we do this with the Shed Time session. So Sean, you know what time it is, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is high time for us to stretch our legs, grab a drink, and inhale that good shit and exhale that bullshit, because it's shit time.
Let's do it. We're back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your shed time break. I know we did. A couple of us a little bit more than others, I will say. But hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? I do want to take a quick second before we get into the game. Whoever was saying they want a Bonza Pro, highly recommend it. I'm really digging this RDA so far. One thing I did with it that I'm not even sure is what it was supposed to do is I put the single coil like airflow insert in there, and I've got a dual coil 2.5 quad core aliens in there. And let me tell you what, let me see if I could just show you guys on screen. Zoom into this. Whoop. They're super close to that airflow. See how much space I've got on either side? And I will say, your boy is really digging the flavor that's coming out of this thing right now. Because it's like crazy reduced chamber, but substantial amount of airflow that's really smooth. It does have a slight bit of restriction going on there too, because I just think because of how small that chamber is. I'm really digging it like this. I haven't even vaped it with the standard ring in there yet. Just because I built it like this the first time because toot science. I wanted to see if I could do it. And I did it. And I'm really liking it, man. You picked up a second one, Steve-O? I could see that, man.
Yeah, actually, it's on its way.
I could see that. One thing that I will say about this is it's RDA V2-esque as far as building on it, the like reduced chamber kind of thing with how like the airflow rings kind of come closer to the coils, and this kind of comes a little closer. Obviously this with the single coil rings obviously coming a little bit closer, but I will say the airflow feels completely different. It's smooth but different. This I don't know if this makes sense. This almost feels spongy. If that makes sense. Like it's smooth. Like there's no like hiss, whistle, no like turbulence or anything like that. But there's just that slight bit of turbulence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just because the honeycomb airflow. That's what's doing it. But it's good, man. I'm really enjoying it. Anywho,
I think I'm going to grab one tomorrow, actually.
check it out, dude. I think it's worth checking out, man. And it's
It's
at the
been a while
price.
since I grabbed
It's
a
at
new
the
RDA.
price point where it's like you could grab one and check it out, and I don't think you'll be too upset either way. You know what I mean? But
It's been a while since I got a new RDA anyway, so I think it's time.
speaking of taking or leaving things, because I'm definitely taking this Bonza Pro. We're gonna play a game here to wrap up the night that we call Take It. Oh, that's not it. It says Taste It or Waste It because I forgot to do this. Take it or leave it. It's because I used the same bumper and just changed the text on it. But now we're good to go. You guys got the right bumper this time. This is a crowd favorite. It's one of the original games that we've played here on the show. It's where we go around and pick some things out of the chat and say whether we would take it or leave it. What are we thinking here for category on the old take it or leave it here, fellas? Any particular vibe, feel?
Let's go classic in honor of the meetup and just do vape gear.
Vape gear. I'm down, dude. Vape
Okay,
gear.
yeah.
Vape gear in general. I will say this, if it is a liquid, put the brand as well.
Yes, most certainly.
But yeah, free reign as far as vape gear goes. This could even be down to cotton. You know what I mean? Your build kit, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Go as crazy and creative as you want.
Maybe
Or
a build
even
stand.
classic vape gear.
Whatever, dude. Whatever goes.
Yeah.
You know what? And it's only right, Drip Theory. It is only right. You know what? Why not start here? Oh boy, Mango.
Well, we know you're gonna leave it because you just can't.
I
stand
can't,
that
dude.
stuff.
Whoever vapes that stuff is fucking loser.
I'm definitely one of those losers because as much of a not a big fruit guy as I am, I fucks with that old boy mango. So it's take it for me.
Will?
I'm gonna pass on it. It's good, but I'm gonna pass on it.
Well, that's
Fruit
not
just
that's
isn't
not
really
the
my
game.
thing, man.
That's not the game.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it.
All right, thank you.
Sorry.
I'm gonna leave it. My bad.
Honestly, no,
We're gonna have to leave it
I could see
also.
that, bro, because it's definitely not your profile. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm.
What about you, Duchess? Where you at?
Taking it.
All right, Ryan.
I'm gonna have to leave it.
You weren't a fan, huh?
No.
What?
You know
I like
why?
the flavor, the mango is on point, but there is a throatiness to it
I
that
knew it.
I can't.
Because he said that before about Blast Off, and I'm like, it's
Oh,
the
dude.
same level of throatiness, maybe a bit
Well,
more.
the thing is
but
Blast Off is definitely throaty on like fresh wicks for me. But like after I vape it for a while, it's not throaty. But I also don't have a sensitivity to it because like there's definitely other liquids that I have vaped in the past that people will say, "Oh, it's too throaty for me," and I'm like, I don't notice it. So
you got a
there's
tough
that.
throat.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. I got a tough throat. Is it me to answer?
Yeah.
No, I'm taking it. I like mango.
All day,
It's
every
good.
day. Obviously, you guys already know. I don't even have to say it. But all right, let's see what else you guys got coming in out there. Vape gear, drop them in the chat. This is where crowd participation is needed. Says there's 15 people watching. Come on, we need at least a couple things.
I mean, I just want to steal this one from Neil Pitts, even though he wasn't even dropping this as a suggestion. How about caramel coffee e-liquid?
Just a caramel coffee.
This is just something that
in
he
general.
said he mixed up. So
Let's start with Will this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that
It's down with the caramel coffee.
all day.
Duchess,
I
where
bet
you
that would
at?
be absolutely delicious.
Yeah, no, I would take it.
Ryan,
Yeah, I'll take it.
Chris.
I bet if you throw just like a splash of sweet cream in there, ooh.
I would take it, but if there's waffle in there, I wouldn't.
Why would there be waffle?
Well, remember that one liquid that Aziz always vaped? It was
Oh,
caramel
that
waffle
yeah.
cappuccino.
that's
Oh,
And if it was that liquid, I would not take it. But if it was this one specifically that Neil mixed up, like yeah, I would probably vape it. So I'll take it.
Here's the thing. I'm not sure it would be something that I would all day vape. Just because like I have a hard time getting away from just fruits in general. There was a period where I definitely was more diverse in my liquid selections, but I would try it. I would definitely would want to taste it. You know what I mean? Because I like a good caramel coffee. You know what I mean? From time to time.
yeah.
So I'd definitely take it to taste it for sure.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna take it. I would definitely be able to all day vape that. You hit that right blend. I would all day vape a caramel coffee flavor.
All
I
right.
got some good uns out there.
Why don't you pick one
Who
out,
wants
Will?
to go next?
Let's keep going. On
All
the
right.
circle.
I just saw one a second ago. Yeah, from Ben. Here's a little bit of a throwback vape. A nemesis and a goon. The nemesis mech mod.
Oh, well, here's the
Oh,
thing,
so
dude.
pulling up a whole setup.
Here's the thing, dude. I have vaped a goon. Take a goon all day, bro. Goons are solid. Never vaped a nemesis, but if it's a mech, you know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm not gonna not take it. Especially if I don't have one. I'll take it. I'll take it. Sean? Or
Go ahead,
Chris,
Chris.
if you're gonna go. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I'll go. I'll take it. I never had a Nemesis tube, but I own a lot of goons, and I really like goons a lot. It was like my favorite RDA in the Apocalypse, or like my favorite RDA from like 2016 to 2018, 2019. So yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it just for the goon.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say the same thing, Chris.
So you're pretty much on the same lines there, Ryan.
Yep.
That's just what about you, dude?
Sure.
I am on the same wavelength. I vaped a goon. I'll take the goon all day long. Never vaped the Nemesis, but again, it's mech, so why would I not?
I mean, the Nemesis is a beautiful mod. It's a piece of like vape history. That alone makes me want it. Never mind the fact that like the Goon was my favorite RDA when I first started vaping. Like, that was my first love of rebuildables. So absolutely, I would take another Goon to add to my collection of like 10.
And Will?
I would take it until that goddamn pin fell out of the button that held everything together. But other than that, yeah, totally.
Didn't know.
I would take it.
Didn't know that was a thing.
So in the button of the Nemesis, I actually have one sitting right here. Yeah, so that's the Nemesis. And in the button, what holds everything together in there is this little teeny tiny fucking pin. And if that pin pops out, you're fucked. If you lose that pin, you're absolutely fucked. The button goes to shit.
Ben says, laugh my ass off. Well, yeah, that is a weak point.
Yeah, it's a little teeny tiny one, but other than that, man, this thing fucking, for back then, it ripped. It absolutely ripped. Even with that little 510 pin in there.
Keep dropping the
They still rip.
suggestions, peoples. Duchess, why don't you pick one out, dude?
Oof, I am torn between two. However, I'm gonna have to go with Lunchbox, and we're gonna go with the Easy Dripper.
Ryan?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Will?
I don't know. Oh no, I think I might have to take that. I
Oh,
just
that's
might
also
have
another
to
funny
take
moment from the weekend that I didn't witness but heard about after the fact. Is on the way back or to the game, Will literally hangs his hands out the window with his mod and his easy dripper with Chris driving behind him just to tease Chris that he's dripping with an easy dripper. Don't do that, by the way, people.
Yeah, I don't recommend anybody do that.
Yeah, Will's
I'm
a
dumb.
special case.
I don't know about
So Will's
special case,
taking
but I'm
it. Sean,
something.
what about you?
Leave it. There's no fucking reason that anyone ever needed an easy dripper.
See, here's the thing, man. It was a cool concept, but for me, it's much more of a hassle than it's worth. For me personally, I don't have a problem just dripping straight out of my bottle. But hey, if that's what you want to do, it's up to you. But for me, I'm gonna leave it. Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. There's a million reasons why I would never want to use one.
Well, you actually have left it at the shop with force.
Yeah, I have yeeted one. Yeah, I'm with Sean. I just don't understand, like, what's the fucking point? It's literally like adding more steps to something that's already incredibly simple. And like, unless you're trying to prove that you're pathetic, I really don't know what the reason is for using them.
All right.
But that's all I have to say.
Duchess?
Yeah, I'll take it
All
because
right.
I'm just that pathetic.
Apparently so. All right, cool.
All right. Do you have the chat up there, Ryan? If not, you can
Yeah,
just
I'm
throw
bringing
something off
it
top.
up. I just lost it. Hold on.
Well, this
There's
is why
some
we're
really
friends,
good
Chris.
stuff in there.
It made more
Yeah.
sense when there were glass. Yeah, when glass bottles were a thing, where with the like dropper bottle, like dropper caps, that I could kind of see for like
I'll
tank or
agree
for,
with that. And on top of that, you still didn't need the whole fucking easy dripper kit. All they needed to do at that era was just provide the actual dripper nozzle because it's screwed on to the glass dripper bottle.
Mm-hmm. It did.
So
The
all you had to
original
do is just
did.
turn a glass dripper bottle upside down and toot toot. Then it made sense because it was easy. You didn't even need this extra bottle
Yeah,
attachment to
that was a little
empty out
hack that a
into.
lot of people didn't know about back when there were still glass bottles.
damn.
And there was one point with glass bottles when they didn't even come with the top dripper, some of them.
Dude,
It would just be a little flat top, and you would get it in the mail and just be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do this? Because when I started vaping, the first bottles I got were like that. And I was literally fucking sitting there because I'm fucking dumb,
Trying to pour it.
trying to pour it into this little fucking teeny tiny fucking clear miser. Jesus Christ.
never heard of a
I,
pipette
You
before.
wasted more liquid than you vaped, probably.
yeah, I dumped like almost half that bottle on my hand.
Dude, all you need to
But
do
I
is
filled the
keep like a
tank.
Tetra Pak fucking straw in your pocket and then just fucking grab it up.
Yeah, I went and bought it like a little dripper from a drugstore the next day. So I could just put it right down in there and fill it.
See, Steve, well, that's where you just take your Gorilla bottle and whatever that bottle is, you set that one off to the side, right? Until you get a little collection of bottles with just a little bit of liquid in them. And then at the end, you pro tip them. You just cut a little hole in the very bottom corner. That way you don't have to tip the bottle over and try to wait for it to all drip out. And you just cut a little hole there, and then you squeeze all that liquid into a bottle. And then sometimes when you're like myself and you've got like 9 bottles of Homeboy Mango that are sitting there with, like maybe 10 mils, 15 mils in there, you might end up with almost a whole, 100 mil bottle, bro. It's happened.
Oh,
But it's also because I go through mango so much. And not only that, when I can't find a bottle, sometimes I know I've got bottles, so I'll just crack a new one. And then I'll have 2 open bottles. Then I'll end up just consolidating those bottles once I pro tip all the other, like, I've got a graveyard of about 6 Homeboy Mango bottles right now that are waiting to be pro tipped. 7, because this one's almost done, but it didn't have enough in it to justify taking it to work, so I had to open a new bottle. You know what I mean? Because if I took this one, I would have ran
carrying
out.
an extra bottle if it's the same liquid.
Exactly. Anyway, on to the next one. Ryan, did you see something in there you wanted to pick out, dude?
Yeah, I'll go with one Paul Cole put it up there. Cali V2.
Ooh, Cali V2. Chris, why don't we start with
Okay.
you?
I'm gonna leave it. I never really liked it that much. I had one. It's just vape's too big, man. I'm a 24 millimeter RDA guy, and if it's a 25, it has to be like sort of slammed so it feels more like a 24. And once you get to something that's a 25, but it's really tall and it vapes like a big RDA, I just don't like it. Like I'll never be using like a 30 millimeter RDA, and like I just always felt that one vaped like a really big RDA, so I'm gonna leave it.
I'll jump in here, I guess. There was a point where I did enjoy the Cali RDA, but I feel like now with where my vaping style is, I don't know if I'd necessarily enjoy it as much because it's definitely more of an airier RDA, and I've kind of gotten more into like liking stuff that's a little bit more restricted, smaller chamber, kind of like Chris is saying. I feel like I always got better flavor that way. So I might leave the Cali V2. It's a good. It's like a good RDA, but like I feel like I'd probably take a couple other ones over that pretty quick. Sean?
Yeah, I keep going. I'll put it down for a while and I'll keep going back to it. There's something about that RDA that I absolutely love it.
Oh yeah, dude.
One of my favorites, actually.
What about you, Sean?
I think I would take it. I always wanted to try the Cali and the Cali V2 because obviously as a Goon fan, that similar airflow. I think like even looking at back at it now, like looking at pictures of the deck and everything, I feel like I feel like it would still vape really nice today. And I think that like I see exactly why you guys are like it's super airy. And I think that sometimes there's a place for that RDA in your vape style. And I wouldn't mind having it for that reason. So like I think I'd take it.
Will?
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. It's not that bad of an RDA. It's pretty good. It throws some good flavor. There is a lot of airflow to that. You really gotta dial it in. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, I got mine pretty much dialed in, man. That thing rocks.
Yeah, where you gotta set Ryan is fucking like perfect. And it's got such a huge freaking juice well.
That's for sure, dude.
The juice well in that thing is
Yeah.
huge for an RDA for a
It's
24.
deep.
Like I don't ever think I've seen an RDA with one that deep at that size.
What about you, Duchess?
Yeah, I'll take it. I actually have one and I really love it. So
All right, and then obviously I think Ryan's gonna take it. Like he was saying, he rocks his pretty frequently here and there. So who hasn't picked one yet? Chris, did you pick one?
I haven't picked one yet. Um. Okay, I was gonna go with one from Drip Theory, but I'm gonna switch it up because I'd just be doing it self-servingly. So I'm going to pick a stacked mech tube from Drip Theory. So a tube with a stack.
I'm gonna hop in here first. I'm gonna take that all fucking day. All goddamn day. Give me that hot fucking dense vapor. Fucking love it.
Duchess, what about you?
I've never seen Will rock a tube.
Me either,
or a
dude. I was
stack
thinking
tube.
the same thing as you said.
But anyways, yes, that just. How about you?
honestly, no, I think I'm gonna have to leave it this time.
Any particular reason, or just
Um, I just prefer something smaller, more handheld. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I've used a lot of stacks in the past and they're great, but I think just having like a normal like single battery mech is just kind of more my style.
Ryan? What about you?
I had one for a while and it was fun, but nah, I think I got more enjoyment out of just a single battery than I did with the tube. It just, nah, it wasn't really my thing, to be honest with you.
I can feel that. Chris?
Um, I think that if it was a series vape question, I would answer it differently. But I've definitely had some stacks. I'm just like not. Other than I have one, like I have that one piece Death Wish, which I do think is cool. I think I would leave it just because I really just I like just a single tube. Like I never have had like a real good like 0.45 build that's like aliens or any of that shit. And like that's probably more along the lines of where I would rather vape, because if you start vaping at like a 0.35 and lower, it's so fucking hot, dude. And it just blows out a lot of liquids. That's like the one thing. Although I did say that I would rock a series mod, but I think that it's just because it's the handheld. I think it's maybe I more like don't like the whole stack part. I definitely rocked a Dreamer stack quite a bit, but yeah, it's just not really for me, so I'm gonna leave it.
I'll jump in too. Uh, I will say this: I've enjoyed a stack here and there, but I'm kind of with Ryan. Like, it's just not my style. Like, honestly, it's just too much a lot of the times. Like,
Yeah.
like it would be fun for like an evening, but then after that, I'm probably not going to use it for a while, bro. I'll set it up, vape it, take a couple big fucking fat rips off of it, and then I'll be like, whew, that was a lot. That was warm. You know what I mean? Like, I'll rock one here and there, but personally, I'll probably just leave it. Because not only that, dude, but trying to have a stack just like sitting around on like your desk or something, it's a hazard, man. You know what I mean? That thing
Oh, fuck
falls
yeah.
over, fucking knocks something over, knocks one of my shed time accessories over. I'd be pretty upset.
Yeah.
Sean?
I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat as both you and Chris. That it's like, I can enjoy a series vape, and if it's something small and compact, like I can put a series build on top of a regulated mod and get a series vape. But to have a stack tube, it gets into that whole issue of I've got this giant long tube that I'm carrying
Yep.
around. It's just a giant hazard everywhere I put it. And like I might enjoy it for a day, but then I'm gonna just be like, "Ah, I'm over carrying this gigantic tube." And I have multiple stacks in the collection, both, stack section style and, full solid piece. And it's just like, it's too much work to use.
All
So I'm
right.
leaving it.
So did everybody get to pick one? Do we go one round around?
I believe so.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, let's see. I want to just take a little scroll here. See if there might be one thing that I might just want to throw out just for a quick little lightning round.
Oh, I was gonna pick a layer cake, but I knew the answers from
Yeah.
basically everyone.
Yep.
Although Sean would have been with
You know
me.
what? I'm gonna pass this one around just for fun from Steve-O. This will be a last one lightning round. Vertical coils. Take it
Oh,
or
dude,
leave
I'll
it.
leave that all day.
Glad you picked that.
Dude, there's literally never been anything with vertical coils that I've ever tried that was good at all.
Yeah. Leave that shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried anything with vertical coils in it.
Be glad you have.
It's a very dry vape.
Been
Dude,
there,
it's
done that.
bad.
Moving
It's
on.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaving it.
Although we did learn juggernaut coils, that's the only way you can vape them.
Oh yeah, because you don't get you don't get the spit back because it all spits to the side of the cap. But I will say though, I did find that if you put a Trinity glass cap on a Reverie, it vapes slightly better.
Yeah, like you could tell what the liquid was you're vaping. About it.
But with that being said, ladies and gents, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's Shedhead session, Steel Valley wrap up, April 2025. Of course, if you guys didn't know, there will be another one happening first week of September. So that first weekend, here, I'll tell you what the date is because it's usually
Labor Day weekend.
Yep.
it will be the 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Is that it?
That'd be the first Saturday. The first Saturday in September is the 6th. Because the first is on a Monday.
Yeah, because I thought Labor Day actually fell on like in August. This year.
No, it can't. It's always the first Monday in April. Or September. My bad.
First
not
Monday
April.
in September? Oh, then it might be the
Yeah.
29th, 30th, and 31st.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, so Labor Day is September 1st this year?
Yeah.
Got you.
Psych. Yeah, my calendar doesn't have the holidays on it. I'm just looking at days and just guessing. So yeah, it'd be the meetup would be on Saturday, August 30th, which is actually the 30th? No, 31st is Palmer's birthday, if I'm not mistaken. So we're exactly a week apart.
Yeah, and I'm slapped right in the middle.
Yeah.
Anywho, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for that. We'll keep you guys more updated as that comes closer to happening and all that good stuff. Next week, I'm not sure. I'll think about it. We'll let you guys know what's going to happen in the cloud check on Friday. Make sure you guys go check out the podcast. Like we said, no episode this week, but maybe you can catch up on some episodes that you've missed out on. And of course, there'll be a brand new one coming for you guys next week. And hopefully we can kind of just get back on track with those, and hopefully we won't miss out on too many more of those episodes for you guys. I will, quick reminder, real quick, not next Friday, but the Friday after, April 25th, there will be no green room that night. Going to Universal Studios with my dad for his birthday. So unfortunately, can't do a stream while I'm at Universal Studios. And honestly, I'm pretty excited because not only is it my dad's first time going, but it's also my first time going. And it's crazy that my dad's never gone because he's been in California for almost 40 years. Has never gone. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It's like a fan fest night to where it's like, you know, we're going to get there at like 2 p.m., hang out
Oh,
throughout
you're
the
gonna
night.
have a good time, man.
It'll be fun, dude. It'll be
You're
cool.
gonna have a really good time.
So I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Shout outs to Will, Duchess, Ryan for joining us tonight. Shout outs to everybody that made it out to the meetup. Paul Cole, Drip Theory, Lunchbox. Who else came out?
Sammy
Nitro, Jimbo, John,
Gooser,
Phil. Of course, Phil didn't really have to come out because he was already there, but shout outs to him anyways for holding down the fort and taking care of all the transactions that happened over the weekend as well. Because I will say, Lee, shout outs to Lee, shout outs to Drip Theory. I already said Drip Theory, but shout outs to you once again, dude. I honestly was super excited to get to meet up with you, bro. You've been
Paul Cole,
a Cole
too.
member of the chat. Yeah, Paul Cole, fucking bringing the donuts as always, just
Hell yeah.
showing out. It was a good time, man. Mr. Mimosa, got to see him, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, dude. It was just all good times, man, all around. Hopefully I didn't forget anybody, and if I did, I apologize.
Oh, John. If you didn't say
No, I
John.
said John.
You did.
Shout out to
Okay.
John.
Dude, I wish you guys could have been in the car with us when me and John went with Sammy on that little ride.
Oh, dude, I bet it was gold.
It was absolutely hysterical. 95% of the time he was talking. Hands are going.
That's my boy.
Loved it. Every minute.
Oh yeah, Ern. That's why, honestly, Ern, that is why you're a moderator here, my friend. Because there is one
Yes.
thing that we got to do here at the end of the episode before we run this out, and it's time for the Shedhead Spotify playlist.
Yeah, shout out Steve-O for putting it into Ern's mind.
Steve-O put it out there for Ern. I just seen Ern's
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, Steve-O, shout outs to you as well for catching it first. I appreciate you. I didn't see your chat. But I appreciate both of you guys. You might earn yourself a wrench there too, Steve-O. You keep acting like that, my friend. So with that being said, who wants to add the first song to the playlist?
I got this.
What you got, dude?
So, in honor of the show I just went to Wednesday and the fact that they're getting ready to go on the stage here within the next probably 15 minutes, I'm going to go with a little bit of Annihilation Time. Annihilate.
All right.
Super creative name, in fact.
They fucking rocked it Wednesday night. Oh my God.
Why? Okay. Annihilate. Is this the right? Dude, wait. Annihilate what?
It's on the Cosmic album,
I know, but what's the band again? Annihilate what?
Annihilation Time.
Oh, Annihilation
Yeah.
Time. Okay. And is off what album?
Cosmic is like the blue cover.
Oh shit. There it is. Bam. Boom. Oops. No, not to that playlist. I don't want to hear this shit. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna add to Shedhead playlist. Boom. All right, who's next? Duchess?
I'm still looking. So
What do you got, Ryan?
get me for now.
Dreams, Fleetwood Mac.
Solid, bro. We were listening to that driving around. I listen to all kinds of cool stuff. Put on the old school what you call 90s 2000s alternative rock, bro. Listen to all kinds
That's
of
a
stuff
good
that
one.
remind me of a good time, good times. You got something now, Duchess?
Yeah. This one is for James, and I don't know if it's actually on the playlist. It might actually already be, but E40, Tell Me When to Go.
Oh, bro. Dude, you guys missed that too, because I was I was on a roll. We were listening to like some hip hop and stuff, and then I started talking about Bay Area hip hop, and I was doing my E40 impression, and Lunchbox had never heard of E40. I was like, "What? You've never heard gas, brake, dip, dip?" Because like that popped into my head, and I just said that line. I was like, "You guys have never heard this song?" So of course I had to have Will played it on. And
Lunchbox picked up all kinds of stuff this
yeah,
weekend, man, for music.
Yeah, you did.
and then
Yeah, because he was like, I got a playlist I'm taking home. Like, word, sweet.
That's what
fuck yeah.
happens when you get with old heads, bro. Young blood.
Chris, Sean, who wants to go next?
I can go next.
All right, what you got?
I'm gonna go with System Fucked by Leftover Crack and Jesse Michaels.
LC.
Yeah, dude.
Boom.
right.
Done. What do you got, Sean?
All right. I'm going with Sitting in the Middle of the Road Eating Chestnuts by the Jackie Chan Fan Club.
Yes, dude. I want to say, just as a quick aside, so Liz and I stopped at Sean and Lizzie's on our way home, and we had dinner, and we like hung out. We used some accoutrement, and we were listening to like a lot of that album. And dude, like in that fucking moment, Liz and I were talking about it like on our way to the hotel that night. We were like, that was like really fucking good, dude. Like in the moment. And I was like, I don't know if I could listen to the whole album in one sitting if I was not shed timed. But like that moment, it was like the fucking perfect soundtrack to the hang. Like to me. And it was to Liz also. It was fucking
All right,
good.
and then I added my song to the playlist. I had a little Hardy on there, a little truck bed. Just listen to it, man. Give it a try. You know what I mean? Starts off one way, ends another. It's pretty sick. Shout outs to Hardy too. Putting out some good music, in my opinion. And I'll also say I did see, Chris, that you must have did some pretty heavy Morgan Wallen listening on your road trip, dude. Because like according to your Discord Spotify record, it was like 31 tracks played, bro.
What do you mean?
Because on Discord, like your Spotify's linked, so when like it'll like show like when your last like game was, like if like you're playing like Rocket League and shit, but it also shows like Spotify, like your listening track record somehow.
Oh
Like,
yeah, dude, I just did that, and it's funny. I'm in like another Discord right now, and it's showing that this person proving what you're saying. It says his number one is Morgan Wallen, 77 tracks this week.
yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah, dude, that
Anyways,
is crazy.
with that being said, ladies and gents, that's going to wrap up tonight's episode. Thank you for hanging out with us. Stay tuned for next week's show. We'll catch you guys then. In the meantime, have a good weekend. Gonna end this as I always do by sending it to the boys first, because I almost got a little fucking carried away there. Chris, what do you got?
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming in. Thanks everybody for coming on the show today, talking about the great meetup that we had. Thanks again, everybody that showed up. You guys all made it what it was. Obviously, shout out to Will for providing the venue. Yeah, go check shedtimepodcast.com. There's a link to our Patreon. There's all sorts of stuff on there, so go check that out. Feel free to help us out with that. And I think that that's it. So everybody be safe. Have a good week. Sean.
Well, friends, I'm just going to say ShedTimePodcast.com is a one-stop shop for all things. We got merch, the Patreon, the show, and so much more. So with that, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun.
And one last thing for us to tell you guys before we go from our main man, in time for some Confucius Say. And today, Confucius Say, it's not how deep you fish, it's how you wiggle the worm. So just think
It's
about
true,
that.
actually.
Think about that over the weekend. Maybe you might go fishing. Don't think about how deep you're going. Think about how you're wiggling that worm. But with that being said, we're going to end this episode sending out all those positive vibes, crisp high fives. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads. Bye. Oof.